Hey, how's it going guys? It's your boy. Long time no see in person, right? Well, today I went to vote. Well, I say I went to vote. Technically I spoiled my ballot because here's my reasons why before I get into other reasons why you probably actually should vote if you're not in the safe seat like I am. So, as I said, I'm in a safe seat. My MP is Rebecca Long-Bailey. She's way up there in the Labour hierarchy, and this place traditionally always votes Labour, and if you look at her voting record, she seems to be getting better and better. The chance to remove her from this area was in 2015. Unfortunately, since then, people voted for her en masse, and she keeps getting better and better. I would never vote for the Greens or the Lib Dems or Labour, obviously, but the Brexit Party and the Conservatives, they're not going to win because they didn't even win in the European elections, which were really just symbolic, if anything. They couldn't even make headway there. So what is the point for me and for other people in safe seats to vote against Labour? I mean, I guess you can argue you're chipping away at their voting bloc, but not really, because at the end of the day, in the next election, you could try and chip away, but then the percentage could increase. Even if it decreases, it'll only decrease by a small amount. It takes something massive for safe seats like Rebecca Long-Bailey's to change. Now, I'm not saying that couldn't happen, who knows, but I really don't think that this year, anyway, she's going out anytime soon. Now, here's my reason why you should vote, especially if you're not in the safe seat, because trust me, I was tempted to vote. I really was, but I knew that it wouldn't count because it's seats that win elections, not individual votes. So if you're left wing or right wing, because I know there's principled people out there of various kinds, this is what you ought to do. If you're right wing, if you're a conservative or just a libertarian, I suggest that you vote possibly for the Conservatives or Brexit Party. I mean, if you're left wing, you could vote for the Brexit Party too, because they're really a non-partisan party in many ways. But you should vote for either one of them, because who else apart from those parties could make headway against Labour? It's really only those two. And to be honest, Boris is literally all you've got anyway, so you might as well take the good with the bad, I guess. But if you're left wing, this is what I suggest. Don't support Corbyn, don't support Labour. Teach them a lesson. You have principles, right? Then don't vote for somebody like Corbyn, somebody who would crash our economy, somebody who would destroy our communities. He will not back up our country when we need him the most, because if you look at his voting record, if you look at his past record in meeting people of various types, they're always enemies of Britain. He's backed Argentina in regards to the Falklands question. He's backed Hezbollah over Israel. Regardless of what you think, Hezbollah are terrorists. They are anti-Semitic, much like he is, and they call for the death of all Jews in their constitution. Never mind the fact that he's a social Marxist and an economic Marxist, so with all the baggage that comes with that, why would you vote for him? Again, he's destroying your party. He's destroying the working class because, again, he's for uncontrolled mass immigration, which will only increase the burdens on working people. Limited immigration is better than mass immigration and will much better help the workers. So I would suggest, if you're a leftist of principle, you vote SDP, vote Social Democrat. I mean, they're only slightly different to Labour in terms of economics. They're certainly a bit more sensible, they're more post-Keynesian than full-on Marxist, but they've got principle behind them. They're bang on with culture, you know, they're not social justice warriors in that sense. They're almost like Spike.com, but less radical. I mean, how can you not get behind that? They've got a good programme for you types. Seriously, I would vote for them. Or even independent, like Captain Swiss. He's a YouTuber, he's a left-wing YouTuber. He's going independent, he is running for Stoke North, I think it's called, and he's trying to make change in his own little way, and I applaud that guy. He managed to raise the £500 necessary to become a candidate, and he's actually doing very well. So if there are independents who run a platform similar like him, he's pro-Brexit and he wants to reform Parliament. So say, for example, an MP changes party, there should be a by-election and things like that. You know, he actually has good ideas and he wants to put his people first over his own needs. So seriously, find those people. There are independents throughout the country who need your votes, who have a pretty good platform. Trust me, you do not want to support at least one of the mainstream parties. So seriously, if you're a leftist, don't vote Liberal Democrat, because again, they are anti-democratic, they are anti-liberal, and they will ruin this country, perhaps not as much as Corbyn, but pretty badly as well. So if you're a person of principle, don't vote for them. And I suppose in an ideal world, if you're a right-winger of principle, don't vote for the Conservatives. So really a lot of you guys don't have much of a choice but to vote for them. But again, I know I spoiled my ballot, I know I'm telling people to go out and vote, but trust me, if you can change something, if you don't live in a safe seat, if it's all up for grabs, do the right thing and stop Corbyn.